Liberty-Eylau Leopards making it to the regional finals. Go Leopards!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Liberty-Eylau Baseball. Chuck, Zach, Frank Sides, we're coming at you live for the 4A Region 2 Championship Series here at Winsboro High School between the Liberty-Eylau Leopards and the #1 team in the state in 4A, the Celina Bobcats. Winner of this week's series, it's a best-of-3 series, moves on to Austin to play in the state semifinals next Wednesday. This is the third straight year the Bobcats and the Leopards will have met in the playoffs. It is the third straight year that Salina has played in the regional finals. They won in 2022. They lost last year to LE. It's the third time in 4 years the Leopards will have been in the regional finals. They lost to PG in 2 games back in 2021. Didn't go in 2022, but last year, of course, beat Salina to go to state. Bobcats have won 4 straight district championships. They've got a record of 36-5. Leopards runner-up in 15 4A. They are 29-7 on the year. Bobcats have not lost a district game in 4 seasons. 48-0 in their district since COVID hit us in 2020. This is one of 4 series going on in the state of Texas this weekend already. Defending champion China Springs opened their series against Longview Spring Hill and lost yesterday by a score of 4-0. They're playing tomorrow night, game 2 in Crandall High School. All right, all the pregame stuff is over. We're ready to get rolling here. Here's the lineup for the Leopards as they go as the home team today. At first base, Eli Jarvis. Second, Maddox Moore. Shortstop, W.T. Jones. Britton Pipes is at third. Cam Gamble's in left. Colin Evans in center. Hagen Powers in right. Behind the plate is Dylan Neighbors. And on the hill is Tristan Howe, the junior right-hander, who starts off missing with his first pitch to Zach Henderson, the center fielder for the Celina Bobcats. He's a left-handed hitter, and he looks at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be Henderson, then Connor Robbie, the catcher. Major Brignon is going to be batting in the number 3 spot. Kingston Hangarten, the first baseman, hitting fourth. Little tapper to first base, a one-hopper that Eli Jarvis just gloves and touches the bag, and we've got our first out of the game, and we're underway.
And for those of you watching on game day, you'll notice the camera behind home plate. We had a foot of water dumped on us and couldn't get one to center field for you tonight, but we promise we'll do everything we can to get that to you tomorrow.
Of course, this is our joint broadcast again tonight between us here at 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day. So we've got one batter, one out, and already we've got a little discussion going on, and I think there's a conversation about was that first pitch fouled or was it fair? Troy McCartney, who is the head coach of the Bobcats, he has his birthday, by the way, on Sunday when he turns 34. Last year, the Leopards knocked them out of the playoffs on his 33rd birthday on June the 2nd. So after a brief discussion, everybody confirms fair ball. And indeed, Zach Henderson is out on the third pitch of the game.
And it is heartening to see Tristan Howe get the first batter out. Look, last couple series, things started out a little sideways for him, and it's good to see him settle down early, making good pitches.
Howe lasted just a third of an inning in the playoff series against Benbrook. First pitch a little low and inside to Connor Robbie, right-handed hitting catcher. Howe got in trouble, but not because he got knocked around, because he lost the strike zone. He got the first out of the game and then had a walk, a hit batter, a walk, a hit batter, and he was done. Ground ball. This is up the middle toward Maddox Moore. He's got it. Throw from his spot at second base in time. And quickly there are 2 outs here in the top of the first as Connor Robbie grounds out to second baseman Maddox Moore.
And again, sorry about that.
This here goes 320 down the lines. It goes 362 to straightaway center. Power alleys a little deeper at about 370.
I was going to say, Tristan Howe throwing strikes and letting his defense work behind him is a good start. Good sign tonight.
Major Brignon up now. Brignon is the shortstop today. He'll interchange in this series at shortstop and DH, and he pops the first pitch foul behind us and out of play for strike one. Salina hasn't lost in the playoffs. They opened with a pair of big shutout wins over Wilmer Hutchins, 15-0, 17-0. Then beat Kennedale 2-1 and 11-1. That pitch bounces in there, ball and a strike now. To Godley, they beat 7-2 and 11-0. And then, of course, last weekend, they had the big showdown with number 5 ranked Pleasant Grove. They beat the Hawks 3-1 and 5-0. So they're a perfect 8-0 in the playoffs. This one, good breaking ball by Howe, and counts 1 ball and 2 strikes to Major Brignon. For the Leopards, they had 1 playoff bobble. They lost to Farmersville game 1 of that series. Swing and a miss, ball down in the dirt. Dylan Neighbors will get up and throw it down the first in time, and that retires the side. A huge boost for Tristan Howe. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Bottom of the first coming up when we return here on News Talk 107.1 in Texarkana Game Day.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We got the best front end alignment machine guys here. And we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
We want to say a big thank you to Lynn Pierce of Exit Realty Unlimited for helping sponsor today's game. Lynn is a former sergeant, Texas Highway Patrolman, a licensed real estate agent in both Texas and Arkansas, and of the Notary Public. He is also a member of the TASO chapter of umpires. Give Lynn a call at his office at 903-716-8082.
Top of the first inning, or excuse me, bottom of the first inning. Liberty-Eylau coming to the plate. It'll be W.T. Jones leading things off. Tristan Howe batting second. Britton Pipes will bat third. Eli Jarvis, the first baseman in the 4-hole. Cam Gamble is in left field. He's batting 5th. Batting 6th, Maddox Moore, the second baseman. Colin Evans, the center fielder, is going to hit in the number 7 spot. It'll be DH Gabe Jarvis batting 8th, and batting 9th is catcher Dylan Neighbors. Defensively, here are the Celina Bobcats. Kingston Heingarten is at first base. Ethan Delgado is at second. Major Brignon is the shortstop. Preston Baker, the third baseman. Jose Mendez, Zach Henderson, and Gavin Reed are the outfielders from left to right. Behind the plate, Connor Robbie. And right-hander Brady Brickell, the junior, getting the start today. In the playoffs, he's got 4 games he started. He's got a 4-0 record. 23 2/3 innings pitched, 17 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts. He gave the Pleasant Grove Hawks fits last week in the 3-1 win. He gave up a home run to Spencer Browning, and other than that, he was money with a devastating curveball over and over again against the Hawks. All right, WT stepping in. Jones hitting out of the left side, hitting .380 for the year, and has been uber impressive in the playoffs, whether it's getting hits or getting on base. It doesn't seem to matter. Jones is where this offense begins. Raquel ready. First pitch from the junior. He's got a little herky-jerky motion and starts off with a fastball inside corner for strike 1. Here's the delivery. This one, strike 2 as he goes again with a heat and catches the outside part of the corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Running this one in as Jones slices it just foul. Oh, just foul. They're now going to make the call foul. It was a late delay by the third base umpire. Took a few steps into left field and then decided last second, okay, that was a foul ball. Looked like it was foul from the get-go, but Jones went the opposite way and sliced it foul down the left field line. So the count stays no balls and 2 strikes. Leopards 8-1 in the playoffs. They get here by eliminating in succession Tyler Chapel Hill in 2, Farmersville in 3, Paris North Lamar in 1 game, and then Fort Worth Benbrook last week. This one hit to straightaway center field. It'll drive center fielder back just a couple of steps. And Zach Henderson's there, and he'll grab it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 3, Tristan Hall.
Tristan Howe coming up now, the Leopards' starting pitcher. We got a PA guy that wants to call him Hall.
Let's go, T-Howe.
Tristan Howe. Howe last week, 0 for 2 in the second game. He starts with a breaking ball in there for a strike. First game in that win over Benbrook, he went 2 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the delivery. Fastball misses away. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now to Howe. Here's the delivery from Brokaw. Goes a little more sidearm. I said he's got a herky-jerky motion. It's not typically smooth, and he's really coming from kind of a 3/4 angle. It's not really over the top. It's not really sidearm. It's kind of all over the place. He's low this time, and it counts 3 balls and 1 strike to Howe. All right, Brokaw ready. Here's the pitch. Comes up high for ball 4. So Leopards get their first base runner. And that'll bring Britton Pipes to the plate. Pipes last week hugely instrumental. Got a 2-out single that ultimately became the game-winning run in the 3-1 win over Benbrook. That's from the right side. Brady Brokaw ready now. This one's popped up. It's going to be shallow center. Rushing on is Henderson, and he'll call off his right fielder to make the catch.
First pitch, middle fastball. Britton was waiting on it, just missed the barrel.
So there's 2 away, and it brings us down to Eli Jarvis. Jarvis's double in that Benbrook game was the game winner. His double into the right field corner scored Pipes all the way from first after the Leopards had given up a 1-0 lead. His double gave them back the lead. They'd score another run in that same inning. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball outside corner for a called strike. This game was supposed to start at 6 o'clock. We got off the ground finally at about 8:30. And if it's not Leopard playoffs and it's not a rain delay, then we're really not trying. Throw over to first as Howe dives back in there safely. We're expecting rain tomorrow, but it should all be in the morning. So we should be good to go tomorrow evening. And if we have to be here, there's potential of rain on Saturday. Pitch down low as he misses, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So Brokaw, big exhale. He's off the rubber for a second. Now he's ready. Taking a peek over at Tristan Howe. Comes to the plate, high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And if this is your first time tuning in to Liberty-Eylau baseball, that's something you're going to get from every kid that comes to the plate. Tough at bats, not going to swing anything out of the zone, not going to give anything away, and this pitcher's going to have to earn every out tonight.
And with 2 outs, late decision by Zach Fowler, we're going to bring in Will Tipton. So Tipton's going to run for Howe, give him a chance to catch his breath before he has to go back out and pitch.
Share this feed. Let everybody know where you can watch some live baseball late on a Thursday night.
So 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the delivery. That one's high and inside, 3-1. So Brokaw's gotten a couple of flyouts to center, but he's walked Howe, and now he falls behind 3 balls and a strike to Eli Jarvis with Cam Gamble waiting on deck for Liberty-Eylau. Here's the delivery. That one's in the zone. He fouls it out of play. Third base side. Third baseman going to give it a look, but Preston Baker runs out of real estate by the Leopard dugout. And the count's going to stay 3-2.
Coach Fowler had sent the runner there. Going to go back and start back over at first base. Good jump, too. I was fixing the camera, so I didn't catch his name.
Will Tipton.
Will Tipton had that base stolen.
Ricky Rushing, of course, coaching down at first. Craig Jones at third. Here's the pitch. Ground ball the other way. Almost got the aforementioned Craig Jones. A little quick step to not get hit by that ball.
I think you misspoke. That Mr. Jones almost got that ball.
Oh, he almost got it.
Yeah,
Almost
you're
got
not.
hit.
He's going to hurt the ball more than that, coach. Didn't he wrestle a bear?
He did wrestle
I've heard that in the
a bear.
dugout a few times.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't ask the bear about it, though. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one's fouled back as again Tipton was taken off. So, if nothing else, you're getting at least a few pitches out of the arm of Brady Brokel here in the first inning. Count stays 3-2. Brokel went complete game against the Hawks last week. Ground ball the other way, that's fair. Past the diving Preston Baker all the way to the left field corner. Left fielder just got the ball. They're going to wave around Tipton. He's coming in to score. The Leopards have a 1-0 lead.
Unbelievable at bat. Unbelievable at bat. Excellent 2-strike approach. Hit that ball where it was, slapped it down the third base line, and Salina pitcher for the first time in a couple weeks. Under a little bit of pressure.
Last week, after Eli Jarvis's big hit that scored the run that really gave him the win, I'm texting back and forth with Zach Fowler and said, what a big game for Eli. He said, if we'd have had Eli healthy last year, I think we could have finished it off last year.
Wow.
They had him hurt a little bit this year. They had him without him for a couple of weeks. It didn't really hurt him that much. He's just starting to round back into full shape, though, and again with a big RBI double. That's 2 weeks in a row, 2 big RBI doubles, and the Leopards have the lead. Cam Campbell up now. That pitch in there for a called strike. First time Bobcats have trailed in the last 3 series.
And this young man at the plate has played a huge role in the Leopards being where they are right now.
Campbell batting from the right side. Pitch on the way from Brokel. They're going to throw down to second base, and just getting back in there is Jarvis. Second baseman Ethan Delgado couldn't handle the throw from Connor Robbie. He bounced it in there. They didn't get a call on the pitch. It is a ball and a strike, so he missed on the pitch.
I think if he handles that throw, he might have had a pickoff there.
Salina will A, throw the ball around in the infield trying to get outs, and B, they will run when they are on the bases. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Gamble. Sweeping curve, and it's 1-2.
I think they categorize that as a sweeper now. That's literally what the pitch is called.
22nd pitch of the inning coming up for Brady Brokel. He's ready, and the pitch. Fastball misses low and away. Again, it may be awful early to have the conversation about number of pitches, but then again, maybe it's not. The deeper you can get into these guys, the more success you're going to have. That was really the conversation that I had this week with Pleasant Grove's Brenton Clark. Swung on, this is lifted into right field and caught on the run. Coming in hard, Gavin Reed. If that gets down, it's a 2-0 lead. But Reed gets on his horse and gets to it. Leopards get a run, though. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We'll take a break and come back. Top of the second when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor for helping make this game possible and bring it to y'all live. We'd like to thank Giles Body Shop, Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, R&R Crawfish and Fish Market, Mary Maids, the Design Center at Red River Lumber, C&D Mechanical, Legacy and Holiday Cleaners, Kelly Eves Remax Preferred, Davis Lumber and Hardware, Custom Car Care, Star International, and Autotech. Again, thank you to these sponsors for help making this coverage possible. We'd like to thank our
Things off for the Bobcats, and the first pitch from Tristan Howe sails over everybody's head. Think Bull Durham, and it hit the bull. That's basically what you got on the first pitch from Howe, but it's ball one. And Gartner, right-handed hitting first baseman, which is kind of a anomaly. You don't see a lot of right-handed hitting first baseman. Pitch down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Handgarten with 8 home runs. Here's a pitch. That one's down low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. And here indeed is the Achilles for Tristan Howe. Right back to it. And Zach Fowler's not even waiting for a ball 4. He's taking the slow walk out to see Howe here in the second inning.
That'll happen.
Handgarten, Preston Baker, and Spencer Kuhn, the scheduled hitters of this inning.
And this Celina team is not a team that's going to allow you to get away with loading the bases full of free base runners.
This is a very quick trip out here. Almost reminiscent of Riley Fincher. Zach's not a coach that comes out early on pitchers, but he knows that how he can either be amazing or he can get himself in trouble, and he's trying very quickly to slow Tristan down. That trip was for that purpose, to slow Tristan down just a little bit and let him recollect himself and not just be overwhelmed. He comes back to it, and he misses low and inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to start the second to Handgartner, and Salina puts a tying run on in 4 pitches.
3-0 pitch looked like a pretty good pitch from here. Called it inside just by a tad.
So Preston Baker up now. Baker, the third baseman. He's batting from the left side. Howe would love a DP here. This is a good double play defensive team. They show bunt on the first pitch, and it misses wide for ball 1. And now that's 5 straight misses for Howe. Very little breeze blowing out in center field. That flag, just a little flutter. Again comes in low as the Leopards were anticipating bunt. Everybody was charging, but the pitch misses, and now it's 6 straight misses for Tristan.
And if you recall, we saw a few Celina scouts behind home plate in Tyler, and they saw us have some trouble with some small ball defense. So let's just see if they're testing where we are right now.
Bunt attempt missed this time by Preston Baker for the first strike in the last 7. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out. We're in the top of the second inning. 1-0 Liberty-Eylau score. Charging in his Pipes. Bunt put down first base side. It will roll foul, however, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And you can pretty much forget about the bunt now from Baker. The 2-2 count. Gets his bat back from Spencer Kuhn. Taps him on top of the helmet. Salina wearing their gray uniforms. It's one of the few that's not pinstripe. It's gray with the neon orange piping down the pants. And of course, they've got Salina on the chest. Leopards in their home white uniforms with the red pinstriping. Baker fouls us out of play third base side.
Good fastball from Howe there. Baker just a tad late.
Their coach is wearing the bright orange pullovers, both at the first base and third base side. Howe with a C move over to first. Wasn't the great move, wasn't the fast throw, just trying to keep Handgartner at least close to first base now with 2 strikes. Pipe still even with the bag at third. Here's the pitch. Just misses as Dylan Neighbors tried to frame that and bring it back in against the left-hander Baker, but home plate wasn't having any of it.
We are very early in this one, but this feels like a massive 3-2 pitch.
Nobody out. Leopards would love a little chopper to Maddox Moore. I'll see if we can get one. Instead, lifted foul out of play third base side. And the count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Howe seems to have settled back in on the strike zone. We had a horrific torrential rain down I-30 getting here. We got here, and it was just consistent rain from about 4:30 till about, 7:15. Then it finally abated, and he misses high and away, ball 4. So back-to-back walks to open the second inning.
Now batting, number 5, pitcher.
And here's Spencer Kuhn. Kuhn will probably be tomorrow's starting pitcher. Zach Fowler, again, kind of sort of looking like he wants to come out and does not. He's going to put the mic back on, and into the ear of Dylan Neighbors, he's going to tell what kind of pitch he wants. Howe's mouthing to Neighbors, I think, what he wants to throw. They'll show bunt. Kuhn puts it down third base side, fielded by Howe. He looks at third and instead throws to first late, and bases are loaded. There really wasn't the play at third base, but it was a great bunt by Kuhn. He put it down the third base line. Pipes had to stay back to worry about the runner coming to him. And Howe really took that look, and just taking the look to third cost him that little bit of extra time. He may have been able to make the throw in time to get the out at first. And now with nobody out, bases are loaded. Here's the number 7 hitter now, right fielder Gavin Reed coming up. Reed, a righty. Stand-up batter, puts a big, dramatic leg kick, and then swings and misses. He's got a straight-up stance. Toes on the batter's box line, but he stands completely straight up and down. Not somebody you see that, you'll see that a whole lot anymore. Guys usually have some kind of a bend or some kind of an open, nothing here. And after a couple looks, Howe and Neighbors trying to get on the same page about what Neighbors is calling. So he calls timeout and goes out and sees his pitcher.
If you recall, Coach Fowler's already made a visit, so this one's on the catcher from this point forward, and you got to imagine he's a tad disappointed with Salina attempting to give Liberty-Eylau an out and not being able to convert it.
Yeah. Well, you get a chance at any base now. You can get a ground ball back to Howe. You get the out at home, but breaking ball stays up, and the count's a ball and a strike now. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the number 7 hitter. Scoreless ball, 1-0 Leopard lead, but the bases are loaded with Bobcats here in the top of the second. Tristan Howe trying to work out of a self-made jam. 2 walks and an infield single, and there's still a lot of confusion. He's looking at the bench. He's looking at Neighbors. He's looking at his base runners. I don't know if he's agreeing with or hearing clearly what Fowler wants. He tries it again. This one hit in the air a long way to left. Still going back. It'll be up against the wall. 1 run scores. Second one's coming in. There may be a play at third base. Nope, off the mark there. And it's a 2-run double for Gavin Reed.
Just a well-hit ball. Leopards are a tad lucky this isn't a 4-run game. And that's going to be it for Howe.
Yeah, Zach Fowler's taking the long walk early, taking the ball from Howe after just 1 inning worth of work. Again, we'll make some shifting around in the infield and outfield. It looks like normally that's where you would see Cam Gamble coming in. Cam hasn't moved yet. They're looking out in left field. Yeah, we're still moving some parts around. Let's see what we're doing. So I see what we've done. I got you now. We're going to move Britton Pipes out to right field. We're going to move Tristan to third base. And I think Hagen Power has shifted over. There's a lot of moving parts right now as the Leopards are trying to hang around in this thing. So again, we're kind of waiting out everybody clearing at the mound because there's a bunch of guys standing on the mound right now. This is a 2-1 ball game. This is a 2-1 ball game. And it looks like we're going to Dylan Neighbors to throw. There you go. So that's why we didn't see any movement from Gamble out there. So we're changing catchers. Dylan Neighbors is going to the mound. Gabe Jarvis, who is the DH, is going to go behind the plate. And the Leopards are going to try to stem this thing with nobody out in the top of the second. And it took 4 batters for Salina to take the lead away. And again for Tristan, the free passes are just the killer for him. He had a perfect first inning, a 1-2-3 with a strikeout, but 2 walks in the second inning and 2 hits have already allowed 2 runs to score. He's responsible for the guys on second and third base. And as a result, we're going to have to ask Dylan Neighbors to come in here and shut the door.
Number 1, Dylan Neighbors.
So a very short hook, or quick hook, short leash from Zach Fowler. Neighbors on the year, this is his 10th game that he's pitched in. He's got a 4-2 record, 32 innings, 28 hits, 15 walks, 34 strikeouts. He's got a earned run average of 2.35. And he'll face the number 8 hitter, Ethan Delgado, and the first pitch is a fastball away for ball 1. Well, lots of drama early. Leopards got to run themselves in the bottom of the first, and here in the top of the second, Salina's grabbed the lead back. That pitch misses low and away as well for ball 2.
And if you're a Leopards fan, you know that this is absolutely not the end of the world. 3 consecutive series as Tristan Howe has left early, and the Leopards have been able to overcome that.
It's a telling thing they go to Neighbors in game 1, though. A sense that maybe Neighbors was going to be the game 3 starter. Now it looks as though that may end up being Cam Gamble if they can get to 3. And pitch misses and accounts 2 balls and 1 strike now to Ethan Delgado, right-handed hitting second baseman. He's got a bunch of pink going on, pink wristbands. That pitch misses wide. He's got a pink elbow protector, pink wristbands, and he's got his pink his sliding glove in his back pocket. 3 balls and 1 strike.
How about you leave the fashion advice to me, Chuck?
Yeah, I'll do that. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's pitch. That one misses away. Ball 4. Still nobody out here in the second. And the bases are loaded again. And the number 9 hitter, Jose Mendez, is up.
Now batting number 2, Jose Mendez.
Mendez, a left fielder, batting from the left side. Long delay as he steps in. He's ready now. Here's the pitch from Neighbors. That one misses low.
Oh, no.
Hit him on the ankle, and just like that, another run comes in. So scoring from third base is Spencer Kuhn. And now it's a 3-1 lead for Salina.
Now batting number 11, Zach Henderson.
And unfortunately, the top of the order is back up. Bases loaded, nobody down here in the second. At least I hope this is the top of the order.
It is. Okay. Henderson grounded out
Left me
to
hanging there.
first base, first time up. He comes up now. Bases loaded with teammates. Still nobody out in this inning. That's a strike in there from Neighbors. Neighbors finally ahead of a batter now. He's walked a guy and hit a guy. What's the 7th hit batter of the year for Neighbors? That's a good one. Fastball on the outside part, and it's 0-2 now to Zach Henderson. Connor Robbie, the catcher, is the on-deck hitter, number 2 spot. This inning began with a walk, a single, a double, a walk, and a hit batter. Still nobody out.
We preach pitch to contact, but this is a situation where you're absolutely looking for a strikeout here. You throw your 2 best waste pitches and hope you can get him to swing at one, and if not, then you go challenge him on 2-2.
All right, we're going to try it again. No balls and 2 strikes. And again, we've got some miscommunication going on between Neighbors and Jarvis. And the home plate umpire is taking a walk out here and breaking this up very quickly. Let's get it together, guys. It's kind of what he's telling them. Can't keep going out in between every pitch trying to figure out what the sign is. No balls, 2 strikes. Neighbors looking in, comes to the plate, swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Neighbors. They finally get it out here in the second. And Connor Robbie's coming up. Robbie grounded out to Maddox Moore in the first inning.
Nasty curveball in on the hands. If you haven't seen it, not a lot you can do with that, especially on 0-2. Big out.
3-1 ball game. Bases are loaded, 1 away. We're in the second inning. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses. Wide to the righty. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Robbie the righty. We've been playing about 35, almost 40 minutes. We're only in the second. Fastball misses. Wide again, 2-0. No place to put Robbie. Here's Neighbors' pitch. Missed again wide. 3 balls and no strikes. That was a lot closer pitch that time. And he got no love from the home plate umpire.
Bases loaded, 3-0, 2-hole hitter up. He's going to get a cookie. Let's just hope he misses.
Here's the 3-0. Missed again wide. And Neighbors can't believe that one was called a ball. It walks in Gavin Reed from third base to make it a 4-1 game. And that's the last runner that belonged to Tristan Howe. So Delgado moves up to third, Mendez to second. Robbie takes first base, and here's Major Brignon, who struck out against Tristan Howe to end the first inning. That time, the pitch came finally in close enough to the outside part of the plate to get called a strike. 0-1. Breaking ball, guess a little up for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Long look. Neighbors comes. Breaking ball. Grounder towards short. Jones for 1 to Maddox Moore. Relay in time. They get out of it. 6-4-3 double play. And the Leopards dodge a much larger potential inning. However, they gave up 4 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and the bases left loaded. 4-1. Salina with the lead. We'll come back for the bottom of the second when we come back here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Craving Tex-Mex that tastes like home? Look no further than Tamales Mexican Kitchen. Family owned and operated since 1992, we bring Texarkana the freshest flavors this side of the border. We use only the highest quality ingredients, with fresh vegetables chopped daily. Our salsa is made from scratch with steam-peeled Roma tomatoes for a taste that explodes with flavor. We don't settle for anything less than USDA All-American meats, like our signature skirt steak fajitas. Every dish is made with love, from our kitchen to your table. Make Tamales your go-to spot for Taco Tuesdays, Enchilada Wednesdays, or any day you're craving a taste of home. Tamales Mexican Kitchen. Real, fresh Tex-Mex, tastes like home.
We want to say a big thank you to Lynn Pierce of Exit Realty Unlimited for helping sponsor today's game. Lynn is a former sergeant, Texas Highway Patrolman, a licensed real estate agent in both Texas and Arkansas, and of the Notary Public. He is also a member of the TASO chapter of umpires. Give Lynn a call at his office at 903-716-8082.
All righty, welcome back. Bottom of the second inning, 4-1, Salina with the lead. Liberty-Eylau will bring up Maddox Moore, Colin Evans, and Gabe Jarvis as the Leopards face starting pitcher Brady Brokel, who's been given himself, or whose team gave him a lead. Brokel didn't even bat, but he's been given a 3-run lead after he gave up a run in the top of the first on Eli Jarvis's RBI double. We are understanding we got lots of external noise on the radio part of this, so we're going to try to make a switch after this inning and see if we can't correct that. There's a lot of folks here. There's a lot of noise here, and we're going to see if we can't maybe do something to change things up just a little bit. But you'll have to bear with at least one more half inning. Maddox Moore to lead things off. Moore on the year, 253 hitter. That he can get on base. He's got a .410 on base percentage and was basically a ball magnet in the last series. He got hit 3 times in the first game against Fort Worth Benbrook. Leopards trying to get their 30th win of the year. First pitch down low, ball 1. And try to get back into this 3-game series. A year ago they played. Celina had a late 4-1 lead. And the Leopards scored 4 runs in the, I believe, 6th inning of that game, a 1-game series, and won the game and the series and the right to go to Austin 5-4. Find themselves in a similar position today, down by 3 runs to the #1 team in the state. The Leopards have been pretty good about getting runs back after they give up runs. Brokel hits the outside part of the plate that time for a strike, and it's a ball and a strike. Swung on and tapped third base side, and it's going to be foul as Moore trots it out anyway. He'll come back to home plate and reset. So the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Maddox Moore. Moore taking his time, catching his breath, getting his bat back, and coming back up here to the plate to try again. It was a warm and muggy start of the day, cooled off. We're in the 60s right now. Swung on, ground ball topper. It's towards shortstop. Brignon gloves it on 2 hops. Throw off the mark on the first baseman, can't hang on to it, and Moore's on base. We'll see if they're going to put that up as an error or a hit. It was a chopper that Brignon should have been able to make cleanly. His throw, though, a little off the line. And first baseman Hangarten didn't handle it well. And they're going to call, well, they don't call anything. They don't let us know what that is, so we're kind of think that's probably a throw, an error on the throw. Either way, Moore's on base. And it brings up Colin Evans. Evans hitting from the left side. First pitch from Brokel up high, ball 1. Evans, 255 hitter. Had a game winner in the Farmersville series that moved the Leopards into round 3. Fastball high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
While playing a plus center field on defense as well. Young man's made some terrific plays this postseason run.
2 balls and no strikes. Coming inside and high, ball 3. Well, Tristan Howe got himself in trouble in the top of the inning with walks, and here Brady Brokel has walked more. He's 3-0 now to Colin Evans. Let's see how long of a leash Troy McCartney lets his pitcher go. That one misses low, ball 4. So 4 straight pitches, and here comes Coach McCartney to come talk to his infield.
And what he has done has all but guaranteed the WT is going to get to the plate this inning with somebody on base.
So it's Gabe Jarvis coming up now. And this is a very quick conversation as McCartney gets his guys all on the same page. Zach Fowler, Craig Jones, Ricky Rushing, the 2 runners, and the batter, Gabe Jarvis, finish their conversation. Gabe, who started at DH, catching now after Dylan Neighbors moved onto the mound.
Now batting number 12, Gabe Jarvis.
So we'll see if the Leopards play for a run or two, or if they let Jarvis swing away. Gabe on the season is hitting .301.
Not sure what I'd do. I think I'd take the first pitch, though.
And he shows bunt, and he bunts at third base side, but foul, and he bunted it hard.
We have our answer.
Yeah, counts 0-1 now to Gabe Jarvis. He looks down at his wristband. He'll wait to hear the 3-digit call out from Zach Fowler. First base playing in front of the runner. Third base has to be careful. He's got a runner coming to him in Maddox Moore. They'll set it behind Moore, who dives back into second base safely. Moore's at second. Colin Evans is at first. An error by the shortstop, a walk. Put them on. Nobody out. 4-1 Salina lead here in the second. Here's the pitch. Bunt again up in the air, and it's foul. Almost into the Leopard dugout, and now Gabe's in the hole 0-2. And he hamster cusses himself.
He what himself?
Hamster cuss. Rah, 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 rah.
Learn something new every day.
That's it.
I like that, though.
Yeah. Bunt off now. You're going to ask Jarvis to swing away. Neighbors is the on-deck hitter. Here comes the pitch. Up high, ball 1. Brady Brokel working here in the second. This will be his 35th pitch he's thrown. It just feels like nobody's going to go a whole lot of innings today. He got a swing and a miss on a sweeping curve again. Looked like and I started to say way outside the zone, but it broke back in, and Jarvis made a late decision to swing, and he missed. I don't know, that wasn't a ball, but either way, he's out on strikes, and there's one away. Got him on the off-speed curve. And here's Dylan Neighbors coming up now. Runner's still at first and second. Leopards really need a run out of at least one run out of this inning. Pitch to Neighbors. He tries to check, and the pitch is inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. They're going to appeal and say, nope, he didn't go around. Neighbors hitting 171, but with a 364 on base percentage. He's had 15 walks and been hit 8 times. And he looks at one up top for ball 2.
W.T. Jones literally lurking on deck.
He pounded one to deep center field, but it was an out his first time up. 2 balls, no strikes to Neighbors. Brokel checking Maddox. Here comes the pitch. Throw down to first base. Back over there is Colin Evans. I think that pitch missed. It did. It's 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. So an error by the shortstop, a walk and a strikeout. And now a 3-0 count to number 9 hitter Dylan Evans.
This particular situation with men on first and second, 1 down, 3-0, and Jones on deck, it's a near certainty you're getting a middle fastball here. It's up to Coach Fowler as he trusts this young man to put it in play.
Here's the pitch. That is a fastball called strike. 3-1. It's pretty much the standard script. 3-0, you're not going to swing, and the pitcher's going to groove one, and you got to watch it go by. 3 balls and 1 strike. High and away, ball 4, bases are loaded.
It's become my catchphrase, but if you're a Salina fan, that's the first thing that you say here.
You figure Neighbors is coming out for a runner. Hadn't gotten a signal yet. Neighbors started to come in, and nobody came out for him. He's on the mound pitching now, but they hadn't brought a runner in yet. And so, now they decide, we better send somebody.
I was about to say, maybe he's expecting him to be able to walk home here after the swing from WT.
Tipton, who ran for Howe earlier, is going to be the courtesy runner for the pitchers, and so he comes back to run for Dylan. So Maddox is at third base, Collins at second, and now Will Tipton's at first for W.T. Jones. The senior hits one hard to center. It's going to get down. One run scores. A second one being waved around. There's going to be a play close, and it's a 4-3 ball game as Moore and Evans come around to score. WT comes through with a 2-run single.
First pitch fastball, outer part of the plate, just stroked it into left center field. And we got a 1-run ball game.
So Moore scores from third, Evans from second. Will Tipton had to hold up at second base. And Jones is at first for Howe, who walked and scored. 4-3, Leopards down a run. Pounded toward third. It's under the glove of the third baseman. They're going to hold all the runners as Will Tipton upended and fell down as he saw late Craig Jones' sign. Came around the bag, or came to the bag, saw the stop sign, had to hit the brakes, and really dumped on his rear end right on third base.
And if you've been following Leopards playoff baseball, Chuck, does this feel like deja vu? Almost every game starts the same way, and that brings up Britton Pipes. First pitch swinging last time up and just missed the barrel of the bat.
So Pipes with the bases loaded. 4-3 ball game, 1 out, bottom of the second. Pipes flew out to center his first time up. And the pitch, breaking ball, high, ball 1.
There was no chance he was throwing that fastball again. First pitch.
So Tipton's at third, Jones is at second, Howe is at first. Pitch to Pipes, high and inside, ball 2. And we're going to get another trip to the mound. Coach McCartney's coming out again. This is second trip out for him.
I believe I've seen more in-pitch mound trips following Liberty-Eylau baseball than I've seen in my entire life watching baseball. It's relatively uncommon.
All right, so we'll have another little conference. Now, you know, I don't know that the pro rules about 2 trips to the mound work for high school. He's not looking like he's taking the ball. And the home plate umpire's not going to let him have another long conversation. He comes out and sees him. Let's go, break it up. So Brokel stays on the mound. That's the second trip now. He can't make a third.
Well, I stand corrected earlier than I assumed there was a 2-mound trip limit.
So the count's, I believe, 2-0 down to Pipes. Leopards gave up 4 in the top of the second inning. They have gotten 2 back already. With 1 away, they're trying to get more. Here's the pitch. That one's low ball 3.
Oh, boy.
Hey, let's go, 13!
Chuck, I think you've got to let him hunt on 3-0.
Well, you say that. We know high school coaches.
We sure
I don't
do.
think he's swinging.
You've got a chance to change the scoreboard here.
3-0, 3-1, watches it go through. It's hard to change your spots. You are who you are. 3-0, you don't let a high school kid swing. I don't care who they are, they just don't. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, hit hard, but foul, wide of third base.
Let's go, 13!
Might have swung at ball 4, made a good swing on it, though. We got a big pitch coming here.
Yeah, it is. On deck, Eli Jarvis, who's already had 1 big hit in this game. All right, everybody's ready now. Brokel set. Here comes the pitch. Down low. Ball 4. Tie ball game.
That may do it. Looks like the coach for Salina is going to make his 3rd trip to the mound. And
Tipton comes in from 3rd. Jones goes to 3rd. Howe to 2nd. Pipes to 1st. And McCartney's making another trip to the mound. And this time, he's got to take the baseball.
the first time watching Leopards baseball. We knew this was coming. We're in for a barn burner tonight. It's going to come down to the last at bat, and I don't think the scoring's through tonight, Chuck.
All right, Salina. Well, it can't be. It's 4-4 game. If the scoring's through, we're going to be here a long time. They're going to change pitchers. We'll take a 60-second break. We're going to come right back as a new guy warms up for Salina. We're tied at 4 here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor for helping make this game possible and bring it to y'all live. We'd like to thank Giles Body Shop, Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, R&R Crawfish and Fish Market, Mary Maids, the Design Center at Red River Lumber, C&D Mechanical, Legacy and Holiday Cleaners, Kelly Eves Remax Preferred, Davis Lumber and Hardware, Custom Car Care, Star International, and Autotech. Again, thank you to these sponsors for help making this coverage possible.
Hey, they've been hitting him for 4 days.
Evan Rice, a right-hander.
How bad? Number 18, Eli.
Rice last pitch in the playoffs against Kennedale. He got a save in that one, where he went 1 of the 3rd innings, gave up 1 hit and 3 strikeouts to hold on for a 2-1 win. In's Eli Jarvis now. First pitch to him. Fastball misses wide. That's ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Jarvis, who had a double in the first, sees ball 2 come by. Another high pitch. 2 balls and no strikes to Jarvis. Eli hitting .351, .490 on base percentage. That one a called strike, and it's 2-1.
And this is an unbelievably tough spot for a relief pitcher to be called upon. Biggest game of the year, bases loaded, 1 down.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's in there at the knees. Well, Leopard fans did not like that.
Turn the crowd mic down, yeah.
You can hear him saying terrible. 4 walks for Brady Brokel in his 1 1/3 innings. This one popped foul out of play. Third base side.
Excellent job by Jarvis. That curveball broke late and he was able to get his hands through it quickly enough to foul it off and stay alive.
Cam Gamble on deck. 4-4 game. Leopards with 3 in this inning. This one hit hard, but right to the shortstop, 1 hopper. They'll get the first out, and the relay in time. How about deja vu? A 6-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the second, just like the Leopards got the Bobcats to do it at the top of the 2nd inning. So for Liberty-Eylau, 3 runs come across. They got benefit of 3 walks. There were 2 singles, and the bases left loaded. We're tied at 4 after 2 innings. Quick break, we're coming back. Bobcats to lead off the top of the 3rd when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
right, welcome back. We move into the top of the third inning. Liberty-Eylau and Salina all tied up at 4 apiece. And for the Bobcats, it'll be the number 4 hitter, Kingston Handgartner, to lead things off. Handgartner walked and scored in the second as he faces Dylan Neighbors here in the third. First pitch, a swinging strike. Second one just misses wide. And they've got the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Apparently we missed a strike to begin this at bat. Neighbors ready, shakes his head, yep, comes back at it. Ground ball, this one toward Jones, 3-hopper, long throw, short, and he gets past the first baseman, Jarvis. They'll take the turn, backed up by Gabe Jarvis, and they'll throw out Handgartner. What a hustle play by Gabe Jarvis.
Absolutely, heads up, big time play.
So we start that with an error on W.T. Jones. His throw bounced to Eli, who couldn't stab the ball cleanly. Gabe Jarvis backing the whole thing up, throws out Handgartner. So don't worry, brother, I got you back. There's one away, and Preston Baker comes up. Baker with a walk and a run. Momentum has shifted back to the Leopards. Fastball inside corner strike. 0-1 to the third baseman, Baker, hitting from that left side. That one misses low and inside. Dylan Neighbors in relief as he pats his chest. That was on me. I missed. He came in for Tristan Howe. Went 1 inning and started getting himself in trouble. Zach Fowler didn't waste any time going to his bullpen, and there's a swinging foul, and it's 1-2.
Got to give Coach Fowler some credit. These early.
A little bit high on the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
These early pitching changes, the quick hooks, those are incredibly tough decisions to make, and they all seem to work out. And they've all seemed to work so far.
So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Neighbors with the big fastball. There's 2 away. And Baker's talking to Spencer Kuhn about what he saw. Of course, they're all seeing Neighbors for the first time. Neighbors hasn't pitched in a little while, so the Bobcat coaches probably had scouted a lot about Cam Gamble, Tristan Howe, and W.T. Jones, not so much about Dylan Neighbors.
And for those of you non-Leopard fans out there that were wondering out loud, were the Leopards ready for this moment? It appears that question's been answered.
If you're wondering what's happening behind the plate, Kuhn got into the box and called for time. He hadn't got in yet. You can do that after a pitch, but you can't do it on the first one stepping in. He swings at this one, slicing foul left field side. Long run for Gamble. He'll make the catch in foul territory, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and nobody left. 4-4 ball game. We'll go back for the bottom of the fourth when we come back here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We believe in banking made easy.
To make life easier for you.
All right, welcome back. Chuck Zach along with you. Frank Sides in and out of the broadcast here. We're heading to the bottom of the third. It is a slugfest so far. A couple of heavyweights. I say slugfest. It's more about a walk fest, to be honest with you. Leopard pitchers have walked, 2, 3 batters? 3, I guess. 4, if I'm looking at it. And on the other side, I think that's exactly how many Salinas walked as well. So we got a 4-4 game. Cam Gamble, who made the big catch in the foul area left field, leading things off as he fouls one out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Gamble, Maddox Moore, Colin Evans to bat for LE here in the 3rd. This one's another one fouled out of play. They're facing the second Bobcat pitcher. In relief, it's Evan Rice. Right-hander, hasn't thrown a ton of innings this year. And this has kind of been his spot, late relief, and he gets Gamble looking on strike 3. So there's your first out of the 3rd as Gamble goes down on 3 pitches. This is a hugely senior team that Salina's got. We had the conversation about Benbrook last week and how young that team was. This team, 8 of the 9 guys on the field are seniors. Maddox Moore looks at a first pitch, called strike. He reached on an error by the shortstop. No balls and 1 strike. Rice down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think the only non-senior, well, Rice is a junior. He's not a senior, and neither is Gavin Reed, the outfielder. Everybody else, 12th graders. That pitch misses inside, 2-1. Rice is wanting to know where was it. Umpire says it was inside. 2-1. This one fouled back, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. In contrast, Leopards have just 3. Hagen Power, Cam Gamble, and W.T. Jones. Of course, Salina lost a ton of talent last year. One of their guys, R.J. Ruiz, playing at Baylor this year. Swing on another foul out of play. It's slicing over the first base dugout on the Salina side. Ruiz was 12-0 last year, had a .9 earned run average. And how about these? He hit .385, he drove in 46, and he stole 30. And he was out there when Salina was leading Liberty-Eylau last year. They made a change to Noah Bentley, and Leopard smacked Bentley around. Another swing, a pitch up high, but he fouls it back. So it's still 2-2. Bentley, by the way, is now at Weatherford College. But McCartney got almost a little too tricky for himself. He had Rujas humming along and I think tried to save some innings for the state semifinal. And instead never got to go. And there's Maddox Moore striking out looking. So back-to-back strikeouts for Evan Rice. And with 2 away, here's Colin Evans coming in. Leopards with a run in the first and 3 in the second. Bobcats got all 4 of theirs in the second. Evans walked and scored first time up, and he fouls this one back. This feels like a guy, if you see him twice, you're going to get a chance to hit him around a little bit. First time through, though, he's got a little movement on his pitches, and he's a little bit different than what we saw from starter Brady Brokel. It was kind of, and I used the term herky-jerky a couple of times, he wasn't terribly smooth. Rice is a little smoother. And I think you got to adjust to that delivery instead of what you saw from Brady Brokel. Pitch down low, and it's 2-1 now to Evans. Gabe Jarvis on deck. Rice with the blue gloves stands out with all the gray and orange and brown gloves. His is blue. Inside with the pitch, and it's 3-1 now to Evans. 4-4 game, 3rd inning. Ball 4. Second walk for Colin Evans.
Leopards with some speed on the bases now. Let's see if Coach Fowler tries to get a man in scoring position for the bottom of the order here. Let's see if we can't steal a run. Sorry, Chuck.
No, you're good. First runner that Evan Rice has put on base. Here's Gabe Jarvis. He struck out his one at bat in the second inning. Tried to bunt for a couple of times and then struck out ultimately. This pitch in on the hands for a called strike. And Gabe's in the hole 0-1. He made a big defensive play in the top of that last inning. Swung on. This is going to be playable left field side. Shortstop calling off, and then all of a sudden got called off last minute by Jose Mendez, the left fielder, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits. One man left on. Leopards have left on 5 through 3 innings. We're still knotted up at 4. We'll come back for the 4th when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor for helping make this game possible and bring it to y'all live. We'd like to thank Giles Body Shop, Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, R&R Crawfish and Fish Market, Mary Maids, the Design Center at Red River Lumber, C&D Mechanical, Legacy and Holiday Cleaners, Kelly Eves Remax Preferred, Davis Lumber and Hardware, Custom Car Care, Star International, and Autotech. Again, thank you to these sponsors for help making this coverage possible.
Tristan Howe in the second. And away we roll for Celina. It'll be the bottom third of their order. Gavin Reed, Ethan Delgado, and Jose Mendez. Dylan Neighbors inherited a game that was getting out of control. He gave up a couple of runs, but has settled things down for LE. And he starts off Reed, who doubled and knocked in 2 runs in the second inning with a called strike. And let's make it 2. Quick fastballs down at the knee. Neighbors was big time last year when they needed him in the postseason. He came up with some big innings on the mound. Quick pitch this time, and he's high with a breaking ball away. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, it's kind of a Leopard staple with 2 strikes. They like to go to the quick pitch. Here's the 1-2. Goes back to it, and this one's going to be punched into left field. Back-to-back hits for Gavin Reed in the number 7 spot. And Salina's got the leadoff man on here in the 4th. The bottom part of the order for Salina is where they've gotten their money today. Reed's 2 for 2. Kuhn right in front of him was 1 for 2. Delgado got on with a walk. Mendez with a hit by a pitch. So if you go with the last 4 guys, they've been on 5 of the 6 times up at bat. Here's Delgado. He walked and got stranded at third base. Shows bunt with his neon yellow bat, and the pitch is down low for ball 1.
I think at the bottom of the order, this is something that you're not displeased with if you're a Leopard fan. Let them give you that free out.
Quick throw over what Neighbors with a pretty good move right there is Gavin Reed had to hustle to get back, diving in head first to first base. Reed's trying to get out there. He wants a good lead. So this is a team that runs like crazy. Delgado still showing bunt. Pitch in there for a strike. He just couldn't make contact on the fastball. Tristan Howe, who's playing at third, came charging in. Normal third baseman Britton Pipes is in right.
Does Salina have an official stolen base tonight?
Not yet. 1-1. Again, Delgado putting that bat out. Bunts foul, and now it's 1-2. First base side, he couldn't make contact solidly. Now he's back to his swing routine.
Put a fastball up in the zone and a strike him out, throw him out double play here. Just what the doctor ordered.
Long Island medium over here.
I said, how about it?
Delgado steps out. Another move over by Neighbors. I'll tell you what, Neighbors has a really quick move. That's twice now. If you're a Bobcat base runner, you got to be watching this going, you can't get off too far on Neighbors because he's quick over there. Here's the 1-2. Swung on. This is hit right into the glove of Maddox Moore. He can't make a throw over in time. It'll be a line out to the second baseman.
And Maddox was shaded towards the bag there with the threat of the stolen base, and that ball was hit right at him. Easy play, one down.
So if Reed had been more aggressive running, they'd have doubled him off first. But he was really disciplined about staying close on that ball, waiting till it got through to take off. And so he stays at first base, and here's number 9 hitter, Jose Mendez. He got hit on the first pitch he saw. Hit him on the foot. Another throw over to first.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. That move's going to get someone tonight.
Of course, you always run the risk. You're going to throw over there. You throw one wild, and you put a guy on second or third base.
You had to do that, didn't you, Chip?
Yeah, that's there. And he got him again. Just like he did in the second inning, he just hit Mendez, the number 9 hitter, again on a breaking ball riding in on him and got him in the leg. So you put the 9-hole hitter on twice with 2 pitches, and you've hit him both times.
That's a mistake you just can't make, Chuck. Now you got the big stick, the leadoff man up. Again, with ducks on the pond.
You're back to the top of the order, and Zach Henderson. We've made it a point all postseason. If the Leopards don't have self-inflicted wounds from the mound, they are almost impossible to beat. And when they make these kind of plays, you walk guys or you hit guys, all of a sudden it starts slipping away. So now Neighbors has work to do. He's got runners at first and second. 1 out in the inning. The leadoff man who's 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. This one fouled straight back.
And we saw that in the series played in Mount Pleasant. The Leopards' defense is so strong that the dam never actually broke that series.
And they almost get insulted when they fall behind. Like they get their feelings hurt, and now it's time to go get those runs back. They don't like playing from behind. Neighbors back to the plate. Hard hit ball right to Jones. He'll flip to Moore. Relay in time. They get another double play. 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th. There were no runs. 1 hit. No errors and a man left on. We're coming back for the bottom of the 4th. Still knotted up at 4. Here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Brooklyn Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in. Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
We want to say a big thank you to Lynn Pierce of Exit Realty Unlimited for helping sponsor today's game. Lynn is a former sergeant, Texas Highway Patrolman, a licensed real estate agent in both Texas and Arkansas, and of the Notary Public. He is also a member of the TASO chapter of umpires. Give Lynn a call at his office at 903-716-8080.
All right, we are back. Bottom of the 4th. Dylan Neighbors leading things off. WT Jones, Tristan Howe. It's a 9-1-2 hitters for Liberty-Eylau. 4-4 ball game.
And almost on cue, we talked about self-inflicted wounds and the Leopards' ability to overcome them. And big-time double play. That's twice tonight. Leopards out of a jam with a ground ball double play.
Ground balls to short have been big in this game. Leopards got a grounder to short in the second to get out of a bases-loaded jam. They got another one here in the 4th. They hit into a 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded in their half of the second. So there have been 3 of those. It's +1 for the Leopards. All right, so Neighbors, who walked in his spot, Will Tipton, scored in the second inning. 4-4 game. Game 1 of this series. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And I'll say that with in pencil, not in pen. Because when we start talking about what time the next games are and the weather decides to change it, it all changes. And we got a beach ball that just blew out onto the field.
2024 Liberty-Eylau playoff baseball.
Yeah.
You might as well go ahead and block off the rest of your night tomorrow.
Where did that come from? A beach ball?
There's nothing over there but a batting cage. So
1 ball, 1 strike. I got to go back and look at this now. That ball was actually out on the field when that pitch came through, and I think they're going to call it no pitch.
Even with a righty on the mound and it's back to it, huh?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pitch.
That's a good break.
So actually, instead of it being 1-1, Neighbors gets the break of that pitch doesn't count, and it's 1-0.
They should have saved that one till later.
Yeah, and Coach McCarty wants to know, wait a minute now. That came out of their side of the field. It didn't. My pitcher didn't see it. It didn't affect him. Their batter, I don't think, saw it. It shouldn't have affected him.
I didn't see it until you said anything, and I'm watching the game from behind home plate.
My eyes are always peeled for a beach ball. You never know when a beach ball is going to change the whole thing. So McCartney doesn't get his way. It's now we're going to. And now he's going over to the umpire's going over to talk to Coach Fowler. Now wait a minute now. I don't know where that came from. We expect there's probably some kids down there fooling around with a beach ball that managed to get away. All right, so we'll try it again. 1-0 to Neighbors. Hit hard into the gap in left center, and that'll be a base hit for Dylan Neighbors.
And if you're watching from home and going to be here tomorrow, we do not condone beach balls and blowing them up on the trip here.
Okay.
It's not going to help anything. But if you are going to throw it over the net, wait until the Leopards hit into a double play.
How about beach blanket bingo? Are we good with that? For you old people, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm starting to wake up a little bit, Chuck. Here we go. Been a long day.
So Neighbors out. Will Tipton's going to come in and run again. And we're back to W.T. Jones. His single in the second knocked in 2 runs. And he hits a hard one, this one into right field. Tipton's going to have to hold up at second. He hit it so darn hard.
Man, and I'll tell you what, I'll say it. I've been watching Longview baseball and following Texarkana Gameday closely, and I think W.T. Jones is the best baseball player I've seen this year. My personal opinion.
Well, he's pretty good anyway.
Absolutely.
Best or not, he's pretty darn good.
I have not seen him taking it back where he didn't square something up. He's been flawless on the mound, an excellent defender. That's what they look like, folks, right there.
All right, we're back to Tristan Howe. Go-ahead runs, move to second base for Ellie. We're playing in the bottom of the 4th. We're knotted up at 4. And the number 2 hitter, Howe, who's walked and singled and scored a run.
Got to commend this young man. He doesn't take his struggles on the mound to the plate with him this postseason run.
First pitch, shows bunt, misses it. Called strike. Let's see, they call it strike. Looked like a strike. They didn't put it up on the board yet.
Don't know yet.
Yeah, there it is. No balls and 1 strike. There's nobody out in the inning, so bunting Howe here would move the go-ahead run to third. That's probably a pretty good gamble, even though you take the bat out of his hands. Long look from Evan Rice, the Salina pitcher, and he steps off. Rice has been in the game since the 2nd. Brady Brokel, the starter, did not last long. An inning and a third, gave up the 4 runs, 3 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout. Brenton Clark said be aggressive with him. The Leopards were. Shows bunt, does Howe. This one comes in on him.
Excellent bunt.
Toward the third base side. Baker, the third baseman, will make the play in time to get Howe. But the Leopards move the runners up on the sacrifice bunt.
And folks, it took an absolutely flawless defensive effort to convert that to an out. Heck of a bunt by Tristan Howe.
So Tipton goes to third. Jones goes to second. And now Brenton Pipes, who's flown out and walked, comes to the plate. There's only 1 away in the inning. Leopards have led this game 1-0.
We got another timeout. Is something on the field? What's going on?
They trailed 4-3, and now, or 4-1 rather, and they're going to walk Pipes intentionally. And Eli Jarvis, who's been feast or famine. He's had an RBI double in the first and a bases loaded 6-4-3 double play in the second.
walk the righty to get to the lefty. This is an interesting strategy, and hopefully, like all the other Leopards, he takes this personally, Chuck.
Well, you got the force out at home where you got a double play. First pitch called strike. Well, another big moment for Eli Jarvis. They keep coming around to Eli. He had a big double in the last series that beat Benbrook. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch off the plate outside. And he's in the hole 0-2. Cam Gamble's the on-deck hitter. Calculated risk for Salina to walk pipes. This one fouled out of play, wide of the Leopard dugout, third base side. They're gonna gamble here that Rice can get rid of Jarvis, and they think they can handle Gamble. Pitch down low, ball 1. Tipton having a hustle to get back to third base. He was really aggressively coming up that line.
That's a good changeup. Jarvis has seen it twice now. Let's see if they go back a third time and if he's ready for it.
Jarvis hit one the other way for his double.
Ooh.
Breaking ball just misses inside. Problem for Rice is he started that as a strike, and it broke inside out of the zone. Into the lefty. 2-2 now. Fastball. Big bouncer to second base. Delgado for 1. The relay. Not in time. The Leopards take the lead. Jarvis just hustled down the line and beat out the relay from Brignon. And Liberty-Eylau takes a 5-4 lead.
It cannot be overstated how great that at-bat was by Eli Jarvis. Took a couple fantastic pitches, found something to hit, put it in play, and the Leopards take the lead.
So they got the force out of pipes at second base. Jones goes to third. Jarvis is at first, and coming in to score was Will Tipton from third, and here's Gamble. Leopards have scored 4 unanswered runs over the last 3 innings.
And this young man is no stranger to a big spot this postseason.
Gamble 0 for 2, fly out to right, and a strikeout. That fly out to right, pretty good hit ball, but just stayed up in the air a little too long. First pitch whiffs at 1 out of the strike zone. They'll send the runner down, just trying to see if they can draw a throw, and Celina ain't playing that. They'll let Jarvis take second without a throw. He doesn't matter. They did not want to let Jones try to take off from third. Pitch to Gamble now. This one's popped up in the infield, and that'll end the inning. It'll be Handgartner will call everybody off, and that's where it'll end. But the Leopards take the lead back. They get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. 5-4 Liberty-Eylau with the lead. Back for the top of the 5th and the numbers 2, 3, 4 hitters when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor for helping make this game possible and bring it to y'all live. We'd like to thank Giles Body Shop, Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, R&R Crawfish and Fish Market, Mary Maids, the Design Center at Red River Lumber, C&D Mechanical, Legacy and Holiday Cleaners, Kelly Eves Remax Preferred, Davis Lumber and Hardware, Custom Car Care, Star International, and Autotech. Again, thank you to these sponsors for help making this coverage possible.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning, Chuck, Zach, Frank Sides along with you for the Celina Bobcats, the #1 team in the state. They'll send Connor Robbie, Major Brignon, and Kingston Handgartner. It's their 2, 3, and 4 hitters that are coming up. First pitch, fastball from Dylan Neighbors for a called strike. Robbie has grounded out and walked. Robbie hitting from that right side. He's the Bobcats catcher. Neighbors has been outstanding in relief. This one lifted just to the foul side of first base, where an easy play for Eli Jarvis for out number 1.
And ever since Neighbors has settled in, he's making quick work of the Bobcats.
I'm telling you, he was an unknown commodity, I think, for Salina. They knew the other guys. They didn't really know Neighbors. Brignon now is 0 for 2. He struck out and hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the second with the bases loaded. Fastball misses a little outside, ball 1. Since Neighbors has come in, he's walked a couple. He's hit 2. He's given up 1 hit. But he's kept the ball in play, and he's kept them off the scoreboard. Pitch misses high and away again, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. This one popped back toward Maddox, 2-hopper. He's got it. Maddox is throwing time, and there's 2 away. And then the Leopards throw the ball away on infield as they roll it back. They throw it around the infield and throw it into left center field. It's just, you shake your head sometimes. It is what it is. And that ball rolled around on the turf enough that Dylan Neighbors says, I don't want that ball. It's wet now. I want a different baseball.
And again, if you're watching, share this feed. Let some folks know where they can watch the biggest game in the state tonight.
2 outs. Here's the number 4 hitter, Kingston Handgartner. Gardner's been on base twice. He's walked and scored and reached on an error, but then got thrown out trying to go to second base when Gabe Jarvis backed up the errant throw from W.T. Jones and threw him out trying to go to second. It's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. My Neighbors just looks good right now. I hate to jinx him, but he's looking like he's locking into his rhythm. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's a little high on that pitch. 2 outs, top of the 5th. 5-4 Leopard lead. Swing and a miss. Well, I don't know if some gum popped out of the mouth of Handgartner. He swung so hard, something popped out of his mouth. It may have been a piece of gum. Here's the pitch, fastball fouled out of play, and it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if you're Neighbors, I think you just keep pounding the zone with that heater until they show you they can beat you.
The 2 starters didn't last more than an inning each. Quick pitch. Got him.
Oh.
His Neighbors falls down to look for the pitch. Got a called 3rd strike to end the inning. And if it's not crazy, then it's not Leopard baseball. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 5-4 Liberty-Eylau here on News Talk 107.1 in Texarkana Game Day.
We want to say a big thank you to Lynn Pierce of Exit Realty Unlimited for helping sponsor today's game. Lynn is a former sergeant, Texas Highway Patrolman, a licensed real estate agent in both Texas and Arkansas, and of the Notary Public. He is also a member of the TASO chapter of umpires. Give Lynn a call at his office at 903-716-8082.
Maddox Moore, Colin Evans, and Gabe Jarvis to lead off for the Leopards here in the bottom of the 5th. 5-4 Liberty-Eylau with the lead. Moore 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he reached on an error and scored. Swung on the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Game 2 tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, right back here at Winnsboro. We had a bunch of rain. It wasn't terribly hard later. It was just consistent. This field's amazing, though. It drained in no time. Breaking ball high, 1 ball, 1 strike. We got rain in the forecast for the morning. By noon, it should be gone. And crossing the fingers, all things being equal, we should start on time tomorrow, believe it or not, and get game 2 in. Spencer Kuhn probably going to be the starter. Probably will see W.T. Jones tomorrow. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Maddox Moore. Here's the pitch. Hard grounder right up the box. Second baseman Delgado got a glove on it, but he can't make a throw. And it'll be an infield single for Maddox Moore.
And I can't say enough how impressed I am with the Liberty-Eylau Leopards, top to bottom of the order, never giving away an at-bat, Chuck.
Well, I won't say never, but they don't like to. How about that?
Fair enough, yeah.
They are battlers, if nothing else. And Moore's on first now. Colin Evans, who's been on base twice on bases on balls, he scored 1 run.
It's like playing a tennis against someone that doesn't do anything special except just like hitting against a wall. They're going to get it back to you every time. It gets frustrating after a while.
All right, Evan Rice still on the mound. He came on in the second.
I'm not sure what percentage of our listeners are.
Oh, they're all tennis people.
Tennis connoisseurs.
Swing and a miss by Evans.
I suspect it's a low number.
Oh, no, it's a tennis crowd. There's a lot of love in Leopardland. You don't understand.
Ping pong, maybe. I should have went that direction.
Or pickleball. How about that?
Nah, I'm out on pickleball.
Breaking ball down low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Evans. Leopards with a 5-4 lead. They got 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Salina got all 4 of theirs in the second inning. Here's the 1-1. Evans fouls this one out of play, third base side. Winner of the series goes to Austin. State semifinal game would be Wednesday. Dish Falk Field, just across the interstate from the University of Texas campus. Horns won't be there next week. Well, I say that. They might. They may get a super regional. Breaking ball comes inside, misses. It's 2-2 now. Salina fans thought they had strike 3 on Colin Evans.
I'll say it again, another excellent 2-strike take here from the Leopards. The young man on the mound doesn't appear to be fooling the Leopards, but he's got quality stuff, so they haven't been able to hit him around too much.
Here's the pitch to Evans. Swing and a miss. Chase one up in the zone. May have been actually out of the zone. There's first out of the inning. And here's Gabe Jarvis. Gabe 0 for 2, struck out and flew out. I'm a little surprised they didn't try to bunt Evans at least 1 pitch early in that count to try to get an extra run on the board. I tried here with Jarvis. Let's see. Nope, he's going to swing away. Pitch in on the hands again, called strike. That's a product of Jarvis being out over the plate, and you probably heard somebody yell from behind, stay in the box and take that hit. That's a fastball. Dad, come on. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch away, and now it's 0-2. And he bumps his own helmet with his bat.
Maybe that time we want to check in on the throwing arm from the catcher here and see if we can't swipe one.
Oh, he swung it one way out of the zone that time. And he's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts now.
And almost on cue, you're starting to see some of the stuff this young man possesses on the mound. Filthy.
There's Neighbors up now. Neighbors has walked and singled. And Will Tipton in his spot running has scored 2 runs. Breaking ball misses, low ball 1. So looking ahead to the Salina part of the 6th, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming to the plate. Fastball on the edge for a strike, 1-1. It's an extended appearance here for Evan Rice. I said he'd only had an inning and a third worth of work in the playoffs. He's almost tripled that already. Swing and a miss by Neighbors. That was his 51st pitch since he's coming in relief.
He's fired up. He's talking to himself on the mound.
He's trying to get rid of this inning before W.T. Jones comes back up. And Neighbors takes a timeout. This is actually a pretty big spot. You get Jones on with runners at first and second or so versus leading off the next inning. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. And they'll try it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Liberty-Eylau 5-4 with the lead. Maddox Moore. Well, Maddox Moore went down to second base. I think they balked. I'm pretty sure he did. So Moore gets second base on the balk. And all of a sudden, he's in scoring range at 1 and 2. That one bounced in, and it's 2-2 now. Base hit from Neighbors. Moore doesn't have great speed, but he's a pretty good base runner, and we're going to bring in a runner for Maddox. Going to bring in a runner, and so we're having this conversation between Zach Fowler and the home plate umpire about the switching that we're doing here. Maddox, I said, not a fast runner, a good base runner, but not the fastest guy on the team. They're going to bring him out of the game. Coming in to run will be Caden Proctor, number 10.
Big pitch coming here. You don't want to go 3-2 with WT lurking on deck here, so I expect a fastball for Neighbors.
The 2-2. Got him looking. Struck out the side.
Let's go, Neighbors.
Did Evan Rice. Gave up a leadoff single to Moore, and that's all. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, man left on base. Leopards have left on 7 through 5 innings. They'll go into the 6th with a 5-4 lead. Here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We got the best front end alignment machine guys here. And we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
Preston Baker.
Go, Neighbor!
All right, welcome back. We move into the top of the 6th inning. Liberty-Eylau with a 5-4 lead. Chuck Zach, Frank Sides with you. Preston Baker to lead things off in the number 5 hole for the Celina Bobcats. First 2 pitches, he swings and misses, and he's in the hole 0-2. Spencer Kuhn and Gavin Reed to follow. We're at the 5, 6, and 7 spots in their order.
And Neighbors is in rhythm, working fast and working effectively.
Dylan Neighbors in relief. That one misses wide. Counts ball and 2 strikes. Salina 36 wins and 5 losses this year. That pitch high. Last time they lost a baseball game, you got to go all the way back to April the 13th. They lost to Frisco Lone Star 7-2 in a non-district game. They roll off 14 in a row since then. That one misses low 3-2. So after a 0-2 start, Neighbors a little bit hyped up, misses the strike zone 3 times in a row. Elsewhere this weekend, Stephenville and Canyon are playing in Region 1 tonight. Missed it low again, ball 4. A leadoff walk, and the tying run gets on here in the 6th. Also in Region 4, Bernie and Cal Allen are playing. They're in San Antonio. Tomorrow night it'll be game 2 of China Springs and Spring Hill. Panthers with the win 4-0 last night. Everybody's playing tomorrow night. All right, here's Spencer Kuhn. Single and a foul out to left fielder Cam Gamble back in the 3rd inning. Pitch low, ball 1. 5 straight misses now for Neighbors. Just trying to settle back in on that strike zone.
Chuck, I'm shocked we haven't seen a stolen base attempt from Salina tonight. Kind of the MO.
Throw over to first. There it is, wide of the spot. Coach Jarvis going to have to chase it down. They'll run the runner to second base, and now he's going another base to third as the Leopards can't find the baseball along the fence. And what was a walk and then an error on the pickoff just put the tying run on third base. And there is what I said earlier, the reason that sometimes those throws over, risk reward, you got hit with the risk part. Error on Neighbors on the throw over. And now standing at third with nobody out is Preston Baker. And it's back to self-inflicted wounds from the mound.
Hope your mic's not picking up my yawning here, Chuck. It's been a long day.
Yeah,
I apologize. Coach is going to have a talk with his infield.
Coach Fowler's taking the infield all in. I don't know if that's all for Neighbors or not. He may not like where he's, the body language we're getting. He's thrown 55 pitches. And again, we talked about Evan Rice being extended. We haven't seen a lot of Dylan Neighbors on the mound this postseason. He threw against Farmersville one inning, or one of the ball games. He's going to stay out, though. Now can you put that out of your head and focus in on the next couple of hitters? Counts 1-0 to Spencer Kuhn. Tying run for Liberty-Eylau, for a Salina standing on third base. A walk and an error on a pickoff.
And we talked about it all night.
Got a chance to tie this thing up.
Talked about how electric Liberty-Eyelou's infield defense is. We may have a chance to see it here.
Ball 2, low and inside. Well, Leopards playing middle infield in. I'm a little surprised they're going to play everybody in here. I guess they feel like we can get a ball, we may have a chance to keep the runner. If it gets hard hitting through, it's a run anyway. That one's in there for a called strike, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the DH and tomorrow night's starter on the mound, Spencer Kuhn.
He's asking for time again before he gets in the box. The umpire's like, hey, man.
He's trying to slow down Neighbors. 2 balls, 1 strike. Missed inside, ball 3. It's not terminal to walk Kuhn here, although he is the go-ahead run. But Gavin Reed's 2 for 2 in this game, and he's up next. 3 balls and 1 strike. Infield stays in for the Leopards. There's the 3-1 from Neighbors. Hit in the air. It'll be left field coming in as Gamble. He's got a cannon. They're not running on Gamble.
Wow.
And there's 1 out.
Huge out.
Guy in the Farmersville series from deep left field. You do not run on Cam Gamble. And Troy McCartney, who's coaching at third, saw it and they're like, no. We are not sending Baker to get thrown out at home. So Gavin Reed, who's doubled and scored and singled, has driven in 2 runs, comes to the plate. Tell you what, bottom part of the order. This is where the hits have come.
They keep, he's about to tell the coach, they've got to stop doing this. They're calling time before they get into the box. It doesn't make any sense.
He's going to tell he's telling Troy McCartney, your guys do that, I'm going to let him pitch.
And they're chirping the umpire when he's telling them to stop doing it. It's amazing. This is not a spot you want the umpire on being on his bad side.
No, I wouldn't think. And if his other part is he doesn't grant timeout,
yeah,
and you just throw while you step out of the batter's box, well, then you're really going to be mad if you're a Celina Bobcat fan. How'd you call a pitch when my guy's out of the box?
Yeah, and if he's fed up to the point now where he's actually talking to the coach, that means there's no more warnings.
So McCartney's trying to slow down Gavin Reed now. Goes in and has a little conversation with him about calming down. All right, a lot of showmanship going on, a little chess playing. Reed is 2 for 2 against Neighbors. Double and a single. The singles off Neighbors last time up. Fastball swing and a miss. And Neighbors is the kind of kid that I think likes the challenge now.
Absolutely.
You want to try to show me up? Let me show you up a little bit.
You can tell by his body language. He's ready to meet this moment.
No balls, 1 strike. Leopard infield stays in. Fastball high, 1-1. They're willing to sacrifice a potential bigger inning to keep this a 5-4 game if they can. The 1-1. That's in there for a call. Oh, he got him wide. Oh. Neighbors couldn't believe it. And I'll be honest with you, I can't believe it. That looked pretty darn good. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a swinging miss, no doubter. 2-2 now.
If I'm Coach Fowler here, I don't change a thing. You dance with the girl you brung, if that's the phrase. Fastball and see if he beats you.
They're shading him a little bit toward left field. Gamble's back deep in left. Evans over a couple steps in left center. Swing and a miss, he struck him out, and there's 2 away.
Huge out, huge fastball. 2 outs, the infield can head back to normal depth, and we can work on getting back into the dugout and working on some insurance runs.
Boy, Maddox Moore really pumping up Dylan Neighbors from his second base spot, backing away.
And Dylan Neighbors' performance tonight kind of makes the Liberty-Eylau Leopards playoff run all that more impressive, knowing that they haven't needed this arm.
Neighbors with 2 outs has Delgado now. He's walked and lined out to Moore at second. Breaking ball, curve strike.
That one got an ooh out of me. First pitch curveball, was not looking for that.
No balls, 1 strike, and we again get timeout. Boy, Delgado's got his back foot completely obliterating the batter's box line. Ooh. Another slider this time, misses low and away.
He almost has his right foot on the plate.
Yeah. I can't believe you don't come in on this guy. Of course, if he gets hit, he goes to first base, but he's sure leaning out. Fastball misses wide, 2-1.
Yeah, you got to come in there and make him get his hands inside.
This is the number 8 hitter, by the way.
You pop him in his elbow guard. It is what it is.
Mendez, number 9, has been hit by pitches on the only 2 pitches he's seen. This one hit toward Moore. He's got it bell high. Another line out to second, and they get out of the jam. They had a runner at third with nobody out. They got no runs, no hits, an error, and 1 more left on base. Bobcats have left on 5 through 6 innings. We'll come back for the bottom of the 6th when we return. 5-4, Liberty-Eylau with the lead here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Alrighty, welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. Chuck Zach will be back with us here in just a minute. He's finishing up a radio break. One more reminder, it is now's the best time, if you haven't done it yet, to share the feed. Let some folks know where they can watch some playoff baseball on a Thursday night late here from Winnsboro, Texas.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. 5-4, Liberty-Eylau with the lead. Top of the order, W.T. Jones, Tristan Howe, and Brenton Pipes to face Evan Rice, Salina's second pitcher of the evening. First pitch to Jones. Oh, it's in there for a called strike. Jones 2 for 3. Hit a deep ball to center field and singled in the second and singled in the fourth. That one misses low and inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be 9-1-2 for Salina in their half of the 7th.
WT is just hitting frozen ropes all over this place. So, seen curveball twice in a row now. I suspect he come back with a fastball, and I suspect he's going to hit it hard somewhere.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rice ready. Here's his pitch.
Ooh.
Jones checked the swing And the count's 2-1.
Look, he came back with a 1-1 changeup there. Jones spit on it.
Way back in center field. This one hit to left, going the opposite direction. Got a lot of room over there, and that's an easy grab by Salina's left fielder, Jose Mendez, for the first out of the 6th.
Third curveball, he got that at bat. He was on it, just missed it.
But Tristan Howe, who's walked, singled, and put down a sacrifice bunt, is 1 for 1. Got a run scored. You could hear the Leopard fans in the background yelling, "Howe!" It's not whatever the PA announcer's saying. First pitch, fastball, belt high for called strike 1. Britton Pipes waits on deck. This one hit off the handle of the bat and lifted into shallow right, where Howe is going to be out. Gavin Reed gathers that one in. So a quick 2 outs here in the 6th. Britton Pipes goes and chases down Tristan's bat, and he steps in now with a fly out to center, a walk, and an intentional walk. First pitch. Oh, another good-looking breaking ball in there for strike 1. Evan Rice done pretty good work here tonight. And strike 2. He came into this game with 1 out in the 2nd, and the base is loaded. Hard ground ball. This is Brignon's got it. Scoops it, throw in time, and that'll end the inning. A quick one for the Leopard bats as they go down in order. We're coming back for the 7th. Leopards 3 outs away from taking game 1. They got to deal with Jose Mendez, Zach Henderson, and Connor Robbie when we return. Here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
We'd like to thank our game sponsors for helping make this game possible and bring it to y'all live. We'd like to thank Giles Body Shop, Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, R&R Crawfish and Fish Market, Mary Maids, the Design Center at Red River Lumber, C&D Mechanical, Legacy and Holiday Cleaners, Kelly Eves Remax Preferred, Davis Lumber and Hardware, Custom Car Care, Star International, and Autotech. Again, thank you to these sponsors for help making this coverage possible. We want to say a big thank you to Lynn Pierce of Exit Realty Unlimited for helping sponsor today's game. Lynn is a former Sergeant, Texas Highway Patrolman, a licensed real estate agent in both Texas and Arkansas, and of the Notary Public. He is also a member of the TASO chapter of umpires. Give Lynn a call at his office at 903-716-8082.
Work down! All right, here we go. 7th inning. Dylan Neighbors still on the mound. He faces the number 9 hitter, Jose Mendez, and for the first time, 1 pitch, he doesn't hit Mendez. Misses ball 1. Actually, he got ball 2 up on there. 2 balls and no strikes to Mendez. And comes inside.
He flared his elbow out there a little bit, didn't he? Sorry, Chuck. Mendez stuck his elbow up, chicken winged it, and tried to take that off the arm.
Yep, 3 balls and no strikes. He put the leadoff man on last inning, and he does again in this inning. Walks the number 9 hitter.
Is that all 3 times tonight?
To lead off the inning, and Zach Fowler's like, no, that's all. We're not doing this again. Cam Gamble's coming in. We're about to make a switch, and that means a couple of switches are going to happen. Ivan Banks is heading out to left field. Dylan Neighbors, who did great work. In his 5 innings worth of work, he gave up no runs, 1 hit. He walked 4. He hit 2. He will not take a loss if this game somehow goes sideways. He can only take a win or a no decision. But he leaves the game with the Leopards up 5-4.
Let's go, Gamble!
And Ivan Banks just went down in left field. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but they were throwing balls out to Ivan to get him warmed up, and he tumbled out in left field. You hope he didn't get hurt out there. Gamble's coming in, though, and that's what matters. And they're going to move everybody out of the way and let Cam start warming up. Last appearance from Cam Gamble. came at the end of the 3-1 win over Benbrook last week. He came in and got 2/3 of an innings of relief for W.T. Jones, who had run out of pitches with 110 in the 7th inning. He got the last 2 outs of the ball game and locked up the 3-1 win. He's going to be asked to get 3 outs in this game and try to preserve a 5-4 lead. Gamble on the year has just been outstanding. And there's no other word to use when we talk about what Cam Gamble has meant this season for this Leopard team. He has been a starter, he's been a reliever, he's been in left field, he's been coming in as a DH, a pinch hitter, you name it. Gamble has been called on repeatedly in different roles. He's filled all of them. As he finishes his warm-ups, Dylan Neighbors is going to come back behind the plate. So he's back to his spot catching. Gabe Jarvis, who had been the catcher, will relinquish the gear to Neighbors, who stays in the ballgame. Gamble's numbers are this. This is his 18th appearance. He's 6-2, 50 innings, 35 hits, 17 walks, 45 strikeouts, with a 1.42 earned run average.
What a nightmare if you're taking an old school, scorebook and actually trying to keep it accurate.
I'm not. Gamble trying to loosen up the arm a little bit. So one more time, they're going to ask a lot of Gamble. He's got the top of the order. Zach Henderson, runner on first, is the tying run. Henderson's 0 for 3, ground out, strikeout, and a double play. Now put down a bunt, fielded by Howell. They'll make the throw to first to get the out there. And the sacrifice moves the runner to second and in scoring position.
Uh-oh. There's no one covering third, but he didn't break for it. I believe that was Pipes on the play.
Oh, it is Pipes. I thought I saw 3, not 13.
No, every single person changed positions, Chuck.
Well, I swear I saw 3. Anyway, we've all moved around. So let's see who we've got where.
The throw
Moore
took him.
is at first. Pipes is at third. Howe is at second. We've got Zyban Banks in left. Only guys in their spot where they started this game are W.T. Jones, Colin Evans, and Hagen Power. All right, 1 away. Connor Robbie up. Robbie, ground out, walk, foul out to the first baseman. There's 1 out here in the 7th. 5-4 Leopards, strike 1 from Gamble. On deck, Major Brignon. Leopards have handled the top of the Salina order so far tonight. Hard hit ground ball. It's into center field. Evans is going to have to make a big throw, and he overshoots it.
They held the runner.
They held the runner at third, however, and it's lucky for the Leopards. They overshot the throw in.
He sent the runner. The runner decided halfway through to turn around and save the Leopards a run.
So a base hit by Connor Robbie. He'll go to second base on the throw in. Mendez stops at third base on the hit.
Huge break.
And here's Major Brignon now.
In his defense, a good throw, and he's out. I mean, an accurate throw. He's got a cannon out there.
Yeah, he threw a great throw. A great throw if the home plate was another 20 feet
almost hit the press box.
He'd have nailed it. All right, Brignon up now. Brignon 0 for 3. He struck out, hit into a 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded in the 2nd, and grounded out to second in the 4th. Go-ahead runs in second base. Tying runs at third base. Top of the 7th, 5-4. Pitch on the way, fouled back to the screen. Cam Gamble ahead 0-1 to the number 3 hitter, shortstop Major Brignon.
And it feels like it's not Liberty-Eylau playoff baseball unless we leave here with our blood pressure as high as it can possibly be.
He's going to Louisiana Monroe next year as Brignon. Hits this one, and it's going to get down for a base hit or tied. Evans going to hustle the ball in again, and we got nobody covering home, and now the Bobcats take the lead on another throw that gets away all the way to the Leopard dugout, and they'll hold the runner up at second base. We did not do a good job backing up the throw in, and Liberty-Eylau trails 6-5. Brignon with a base hit to center field as both runs come in from second and third, and the Leopards are going to have to rally back in the bottom of the inning if they want to take game one of this series. A walk, a sacrifice bunt, and back-to-back singles by Robbie and Brignon off Cam Gamble. And here's Kingston Handgartner, the cleanup hitter. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Just 2 balls right back up the box against Gamble. First pitch high, it gets over Neighbors' head, and it rolls back to the backstop, and the runner moves to third base. And the Leopards, who had everything going, now seem to be struggling a bit.
Yeah, the fan in me is not allowing me to speak into these microphones right now, Jeff.
I get it. WT comes in to talk to Gamble. Moore comes in to talk to Gamble. Cam, who's been just so reliable all year, back-to-back singles off him, moved a 5-4 lead to a 6-5 deficit. Fastball misses low, ball 2.
Infield still in for the Leopards. Massive out here.
Misses ball 3. Only 1 out in the inning. And that was a sacrifice bunt. Salina with 4 in the second has picked up 2 in the 7th. Misses ball 4. Runners at first and third. Well, this felt like the game the Leopards had to win if you want to win this series. And Salina has done to LE what LE did to them last year. Rallied late. Preston Baker is a scheduled hitter. And he's got his bat, and we're going to make a switch, I think, in the position of running over at first base. All right, Baker 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Leopards trailing by 1. One's doable. If it starts getting more than that, it becomes problematic. Leopards, who have pulled off already 2 inning-ending double plays, I'm sure use one here.
Maybe the break. Gamble looks to have lost the release point on the fastball. Here's to hoping that short little rest to snap him back into it.
Bunt shown, pitch, strike. Letter high fastball as Baker squared to try to bunt. They weren't sending the runner at third. It was really a safety squeeze.
Looked like it had a little cut movement on it. Good pitch, 0-1.
1 out, 7th. Inning started with a walk. Sacrifice bunt, back-to-back hits, and another walk. Difference of this game tonight's been 2 innings. Fastball misses inside, 1-1. We talked about the fact that, of course, Handgartner's not the fastest guy. I don't know if he's the guy you're necessarily going to send, but you want to stay out of a double play and try to pick up an insurance run, you want to run him. They don't do it here, and another pitch low. Gamble's just having a hard time with the zone right now. It's 2-1. Tristan House started on the mound. Dylan Neighbors gave the Leopards 5 innings of relief. Cam Gamble in there now. That one's a called strike. There is an attempted steal, and a guy safe going into second. Throw was a little bit high. Jones tried to come down with the tag and just couldn't quite get it down in time, so they run their way out of the double play as Handgartner steals second base. And now the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Massive pitch here. You've got to get this young man here. Can't go 3-2 and load him up potentially.
Spencer Coons, the on-deck hitter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He retires Preston Baker. And now it's Spencer Coon. Coon, 1 for 3. Single in the second. Scored a run. Flew out, fouled out.
At this point, Gamble just has to pretend those runners aren't there. Focus on pounding the strike zone and getting us back in the dugout with a chance to tie this thing up.
Bobcats with runners at second and third. Major Brignon at third base. Kingston Handgartner at second. This one pops out of the glove of Neighbors, but doesn't get away. Ball 1 outside. Gamble just doesn't seem to have his normal control. Here's the delivery. This one hit in the air to center. Evans going back's got room. He'll make the catch, and that'll end it. The inning comes to an end, but not before Salina gets 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. They take a 6-5 lead as we go back to the bottom of the 7th. Jarvis, Gamble, Moore, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for Liberty-Eylau. The bottom of the 7th, we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All righty, welcome back. Chuck, Zach, Frank Sides. Bottom of the 7th, Game 1 Regional Finals. Got to win 2 to advance to Austin.
And if you're the Leopards, it does play into your hands that they did not make a pitching change. This particular part of the order is seeing this young man for the 3rd time tonight.
Evan Rice back out for yet another inning worth of work. He's been stellar since he came in the 2nd. He's really given up just the 1 run that the Leopards scored in the 4th. First pitch, called strike, Eli Jarvis. Jarvis with a double, a 6-4-3 double play ground out, and he reached on a fielder's choice and stole the base. And his hustle on that fielder's choice in the 4th got a run across.
And as we get later in the ball game, this young man is starting to lean on the secondaries. Curveball changeup to start the at-bat.
1 ball, 1 strike to the lefty Jarvis. Eli, hard hit ball, but foul, wide of first base.
Another curveball.
And he's in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cam Gamble's got a bat, sitting in the on-deck circle. Maddox Moore will follow him. Swung on, this is going the other way. Dying quick, diving attempt, not caught. Ball gets away, they got to hold up the runner at first base. Not sure why they didn't send Jarvis around towards second, but he gets a base hit nonetheless. It's a diving attempt out in left field by Jose Mendez. He couldn't come up with it cleanly.
Great jump, great route, just couldn't finish it off.
All right, well, tying run on for the Leopards.
Had to stop myself. Fall.
Yeah. Now Gamble. You would figure you play for the tie here and you're bunting. Gamble's got to put down a good bunt.
First fastball we see this inning, we flare it into left field for a single.
First pitch, he goes the other way. He's sending the fielder way back and makes a highlight catch, basket catch.
Wow.
on a ball over his head. Gavin Reed, like a wide receiver, catching it at the fingertips. If that gets by him, that's a tie game. Instead, Reed makes a great play on a ball that Gamble hit the other way, and there's one away.
So 2 consecutive fastballs hit well. I doubt we're going to see one of those for a couple pitches here. Wow.
Tell you what, Reed was playing a little shallow and really had to get out there to go get that ball.
It really looked for a moment that was going to be over his head.
Here's Maddox Moore now with one away. Runner at first base. Fastball called strike. Moore singled in his last at bat in the 5th. He reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 3rd. 6-5 game, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Moore. Breaking ball at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Colin Evans on deck. Boy, it feels twice now. They wanted Jarvis on second base, just couldn't get there. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, check the swing, and he barely missed on that pitch.
How do you lay off of that pitch? Changeup.
No, I guess a little bit low.
And a good changeup at that.
That's having 20/20 vision. It's young eyes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball fouled back, still 1-2. Leopards, the runner-up in District 15 4A behind Pleasant Grove. Trying to do something for the 2nd straight year the Hawks couldn't do, beat the Bobcats. Swing and a miss. That one was out of the strike zone. And the Leopards are down to their final out of this first game.
Almost unhittable changeup there. Starts in the zone, and by the time you start your swing, you just can't make contact with that pitch. Good pitch.
Hey, how about Evan Rice tonight? We'll talk about a lot of things, but Rice has come in since the 2nd and has been outstanding. Fastball called strike to Evans. To Evans. Evans has walked twice and struck out. You got to swing the bat. No walks here. Fastball up a touch. 1-1.
Gonna have a runner.
Bringing a runner for Jarvis. Tipton gets to run again. So Tipton becomes your runner at first base. A little discussion on the mound as Connor Robbie goes out and talks to Evan Rice. One ball, 1 strike. High ball 2. You can get to him. Gabe Jarvis is on deck. He's having a struggle. He's 0 for 3 today. You would say he's due. 2-1. This one fouled out of play, 2-2.
Took a good rip at a middle fastball there.
We had a 2.5-hour rain delay before we got started today. They gave you the full 7 innings worth, though. Leopards hoping to maybe get more than 7 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High ball 3. Fastball he couldn't bring down. You're a long way from W.T. Jones if you're looking at it. It's Jarvis, then Neighbors, then Jones. If you get to Jones in this inning, Leopards are going to win this game. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Missed ball 4.
Wow, that is a heck of a take. Change up just off the plate.
Low, just a little bit low.
Unbelievable at bat there.
3 walks in the game for Colin Evans.
Is that going to be it?
We got coach coming out. He wants guys on the mound. Rice thought he was done. He came off the mound.
Yeah, that is an unbelievable take from that young man.
Yeah. Evans had a heck of an eye to not swing at that last pitch because it was pretty darn close. He's walked 3 times today, struck out once. I said you can't walk it on. I guess you can. All right, well, tying runs at second. Go-ahead runs at first. 6-5 ball game. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and designated hitter Gabe Jarvis comes up. Struck out in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th.
And these are the spots that you dream about when you're a young man in the front yard and your bat and your tennis ball and your brother. Bottom of the 7th, 2 down, base hit to tie the game here. Extra base hit to win it.
Here's been his problem. He's fallen behind in the count in every one of these innings. This at bat, he can get in front, he'll get his pitch. First pitch, he is in front, ball 1 down low.
Can the Leopards do this one more time?
1 ball, no strikes, left-handed hitting, Gabe Jarvis. Hard hit ball, it's through the infield, we're gonna have a tie game. It rolls all the way to the wall, they're running around Evans. He's coming to the plate, and the Leopards win. The Leopards win 7-6.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
A walk-off hit by Gabe Jarvis, and they pile at third base as Liberty-Eylau steals game 1 away from Salina.
All I can do is laugh and scream, Chuck, I'm sorry. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Gabe Jarvis, who hadn't had a hit in this game, comes up with runners at first and second and 2 out in the 7th, and he rolls it all the way to the wall in right center field, as scoring from second is Will Tipton, from first is Colin Evans, and Liberty-Eylau somehow comes back, and the cardiac cat strike again as they walk off a win on Salina and take a 1-game-to-none lead in the series.
Was there any doubt in your mind?
They started this inning with Jarvis getting a hit on a ball the left fielder fumbled. Gamble flew out on a ball we thought was over the right fielder's head. Moore strikes out. Evans manages to get a walk on a 3-2 pitch. And on the first pitch he sees, second pitch he sees, Gabe Jarvis got ahead in the count on the first one, hit the second pitch through the infield and hard hit. It rolled all the way to the wall in right center, and Liberty-Eylau walks off with a 7-6 win in game 1. Yikes. Cam Gamble picks up the win. He went 1 inning to get the win, even though he gave up 2 runs. The Leopards come back and get 2 in their part of the 7th to win this first game and go up 1-0. Well, I told you, we were late starting, but you got a full 7. You got a full exciting 7 innings. Liberty-Eylau walks this thing off and takes game 1. And they'll be back here to do this again next evening, tomorrow evening. I'm going to say this, if you're a Leopard fan, you're not going to love this, but it is what it is.
Body Shop, Rider Tomorrow
Liberty-Eylau may be mentally struggling when PG's on the other side of the diamond, but when it's Salina, for whatever reason, they walk into every one of these games believing they can beat Salina. I don't know they believe they can